Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to polkzoo channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, I did a video yesterday with this really great sounding Federico Garcia 1969 guitar made in Madrid, Spain. And you couldn't see my left hand that good. I was talking about sequence scales. But, I was trying to show the tone of the guitar too, being that I'm selling the guitar. Maybe, right? And so I thought I would just do a little bit more showing, just lightly summarizing the sequence. So as opposed to, and this is in a flamenco tuning, where you make the low E a D and make the G an F sharp. So the cool chords in this tuning, like you can do simple things like two fingers. But I was talking about sequence scales. So as opposed to doing like just, you do a sequence. Now if you do a search on my channel for Ovation acoustic guitar, there's a sequence scale I do that I'm blazing through. Maybe I got blessed by the universe on that one, but it's some pretty insane lick. I can't tell you how to find it. Just look for Ovation guitar on my site, and I'm doing a lick. Now I practiced that lick a million times doing a sequence scale. So as opposed to just like that, I did the sequence. And then I'd double up. Hopefully you can see that. I don't have a monitor, so it's hard to tell what angle things are picking up, but you can do this sequence, Like I said yesterday, when you do a sequence scale, you kind of download that software. It becomes a hardware program. It becomes kind of part of your nervous system, to where you think of a very difficult lick, difficult pattern in terms of the whole pattern, because you've got that kind of phrase memory, and then when you're creating music, if you've done your practice, that lick will just pop out, and it would be very difficult to do that if you hadn't put the practice in. That's why it's important to practice slow and clean. See, that's a sequence, and then you can slightly change it. But there's a certain amount of insane redundancy you need to do to really get things wired. And if you work on that, like I said, you get that kind of phrase memory where you get a feel for a lick, technically speaking, to where you think of the lick, almost like you take a picture of it. You kind of call up a picture of it, so to speak, from your subconscious mind. But you got to put that time in. But sequence scales are good to work. And it's kind of nice to do a chord at the end. That way you kind of get that in your head. So the sequence, and like again, you got to do, repetition is the mother of mastery. This guitar really has a neat sound. But you can do two finger. I've done other videos showing chords with this, but I want to just kind of reiterate that work on your scales and sequences too. Slight variations like I did there, as opposed to just going. I go. Yeah, this is a really neat sounding guitar. This 69. I'm cold as ice right now, so I shouldn't be trying to play my difficult licks. But I just wanted to kind of reiterate that sequence scale idea. So as opposed to just going, you. And when you practice that enough, it kind of becomes a software program or a hardware program in your own subconscious. And then you just think of the idea of the lick, and there could be 30 notes, but it will just happen automatically if you put the time in. So you got to practice slow and clean. And then maybe slightly change it. But I really like the sound of this. Really like the sound of this guitar a lot. The old wood. Again, I shouldn't be trying to play one of my difficult licks, not even being warmed up, not even for 5 minutes. But anyway, I just wanted to show that sequence idea. It can be any sequence you want. Repetition. Simple like this. I kind of think of a McLaughlin idea. But you got to practice the shit out of stuff like this. I mean, if you work your ass off on the guitar, sometimes you hate the guitar. I mean, I love playing guitar. I love guitar. I'm in love with the instrument, but I put in so much time. There's times I'm just like, yeah, But that's when I mean, you just got to put in a lot of time, and you got to develop improvisational skills, and develop technique, and that will really aid you in composing. So again, the sequence scales, as opposed to just your. Okay, and you can make up your own, but you want that repetition. But yeah, this guitar, really a nice sounding box. It's got a, hopefully you could see my left hand a little bit there. But like I said, a lot of videos that I do, I'm trying to show the tone of the guitar. That's why I'll have it like this, so that you can hear the tone. Anyway, let's all keep the positive faith. This is a '69 Garcia. It really has a very seasoned, mature, old, Andalusia, flamenco-y spirit vibe. It's a nylon, it's a classical, but it just really has a sound from this old wood, which is probably 50 years old, But I really, really dig the tone of this guitar. Like I said on my video yesterday, I've got about 11 or 12 nylon strings. But just when I think that one of them is my favorite, I'll pick up another one and I'll hear something in it that the other one doesn't have. So it's like Chet Atkins said, every guitar is a little bit different. But yeah, I like things that again, I shouldn't be trying to play fast because I'm not warmed up at all. But yeah, this is a great tuning to work on. That's a very difficult chord. It's one of the hardest chords I know on nylon string, which is this form here. that I can resolve to here. Anyway, work on sequence scales. Mess around with this tuning. It really has a lot of vibe and soul. Like I love things like that. Anyway, let's all stay positive, focus on positive things. This is going to sound a little crazy, but focus on perfection. The universe is perfect by design. Ciao.